Hello everyone. In my today's video, I am going to show you how to present a project. I will be giving you 10 important hints to present electronics mini project. Additionally, I will be discussing the judging criteria of the project. So let's start with the video. Before going for the project presentation tips, I will show you the judging criteria of the project presentation. The first criteria is selection of the project. Why you have selected the project, that is very important, and maybe your selection is based on application of the project. So you need to explain the selection of the project. The second criteria is accuracy in the working of a project. Whether your project is working or not, that is very important. The third judging criteria is presentation of the project. How you present your project, your confidence level, your communication skills, your presentation skills will be judged. The fourth criteria is originality of the work and innovation creativity made in your project. The fifth criteria is application of the project. And the last criteria is documentation made for your project or a report or poster made for your project presentation. So this is how your project will be judged. In order to present your project successfully, I will be sharing 10 important hints with you. So let's start with hint number 1. Firstly, you need to introduce your project and yourself. First, you need to tell whether your project is individual or team project. After that, you have to give your name, class and college name. And after that, clearly mention the name of the project. Point number 2 is selection of the project. Here, you need to explain why you have selected this project. Whether your project is a totally new idea or it is a duplication of the project with small changes or innovation. The third point that you can explain how the budget of the project is decided. Now let's go for point number 3. Requirement of the project. You need to explain the requirement of your project, means layout or block diagram, we can say, circuit diagram and components used. The fourth point will be components or resources used. You need to explain the layout circuit diagram, and in that you need to explain the components used in your project. You may classify the components as available components and purchased components. Some components may be available and you can use those components directly in your project, but some components you need to purchase. So you can classify the components as available components and purchased components. If required, you can give the specifications of components. Point number 5, project building. You need to explain whether you have built your project. That is venue where you built your project. Then you need to explain costing of the project. Now, costing will be based on money, time, brain used and energy used for your project. The point number 6 is Application of a project means where the project is implemented by you or where it can be implemented. You need to explain where your project can be implemented in a clear way. You may focus on commercial applications as well, means the money that might you generate by using your project, by selling your project, or like market, patent, research paper, or glory, opportunity that you can explain under commercial applications of your project. Point number 7 is new skills gained. Here you need to explain in your whole process of project making what you learned. That means you need to explain what you learned from this whole process of project making and the new techniques and skills gained while this project making. So this will come under new skills gained. Point number 8, future plan, scope or innovation of your project. You can explain what is the future plan or scope for your project or the innovation or creativity made by you in the project. You can explain under this point. Next point is the references used for your project. Here you need to explain the references used. It may include the different types of research papers from journals, then books and different kinds of websites used. Point number 10 is documentation or report made. Whether you made the documentation or report for your project and you have to explain that documentation or you have to show that documentation or report at the time of presentation. If any experimentation is done and results are noted, then you can show the results to the judge. So this is how, by using these 10 different points, you can explain your project successfully. Thank you.